Well, hello, Tenno. My name's Omni. I'm the president of LazyTown, and I'm trying to take you to Credit City, baby. All right, whatever. Index. Everybody knows about Index. We farm credits there. It's pretty great. But sometimes we don't really want to farm with other people, and we kind of want to speed up the process a bit. And yeah, this is a solo semi-AFK credit farm for the Index, and it's pretty budget friendly. So let's go ahead and take a look at the two major pieces, the frame itself and the weapon. All right, so starting with the frame, we got a Wukong, not a Wukong Prime, just a regular Wukong. No Forma, no Exilus, and an entire missing empty slot here. So a lot of room for improvement, I would say. The main thing that you're wanting to do to not get super deep into the build, we just want a bunch of health, specifically health and armor. The reason for health is because the Celestial Twin is what we're going to be using. We want a bunch of strength on top of that. So just strength, health, armor. If you can find that on a mod, throw it on here. It's going to be good. So the Celestial Twin, we're going to summon a clone of ourselves, and it's going to get 5.4 times more health multiplier. That's why health specifically, not shield. And it's going to do 3 times the boosted damage. We don't need duration, efficiency, range, anything like that. So just all strength, all armor, all health. We just want our clone to stay alive and do 3 times the damage. That's it. Arcane Energize, Arcane Guardian, get them out of here. You don't need them. They're just quality of life mostly. As far as weapons go, the Phantasma Prime, the Tenocycron, and the Bubonico are great options, all viable. But me personally, I like the Cuban Nucor. Now the Tenocycron is going to be a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about ammo management because it has infinite ammo. The Phantasma Prime is going to do more damage, same with the Bubonico. But the Cuban Nucor is just, you know, it's fine. I'm only doing 2 rotations anyway, and then I leave and I come back. So I don't need crazy damage or crazy investment. Now there's 2 big things here. The first thing is don't use galvanized mods because that secondary effect here, like the on kill for additional multi-shot that stacks, and then the direct damage per status type here on this galvanized mod, they don't actually apply to our clone. And seeing as our clone's the one doing all the heavy lifting, we only really care about benefiting him. So regular barrel diffusion is technically 20% more multi-shot for the clone than galvanized diffusion. And then we just threw a Hornet Strike on. It's pretty cheap. You can use regular pistol gambit. You don't need a primed mod. And yeah, just throw accelerated isotope on here because the second big thing is we want to be doing radiation damage. Now I know they're Corpus and radiation is good against Sentient and the Murmur, but trust me, these Index Corpus are special types of Corpus. They are weak against radiation. You can Google it if you'd like and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and I'll pin it. And yeah, everybody will be happy. But this is the build that I use. This is the build that I would recommend that you use. This would be very similar if you were using the Tenocycron or even something like the Atomos, which is a Mastery Rank 5 weapon. And yeah, if it's extremely new player and budget friendly. All right, so we got our build, we got our weapon, we got our frame, we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on regular origin system. We're gonna be on solo. This is very important for this specific kind of farm. And we're gonna go to Index, but we're gonna make sure that we're either doing it from a relay station or your clan dojo, because the odds are good you're gonna trick the game into spawning it on the actual correct tile set. There are 2 tile sets. One is significantly better than the other. As soon as the bell rings, we're gonna make a mad dash over to the enemy's spawn point. We're gonna walk over here, and this is where we're gonna live for a while. I hide behind the crates, we grab the energy, I cast my clone, and I stare at this wall. This is my life. Now you'll see in the top left, little red triangles will start to spawn, and these just immediately evaporate. And in the bottom of the screen, you see that I'm getting all these kills. So that's our clone, doing what our clone's supposed to be doing. And because we're staring at this wall, nothing can spawn there because we're too close to it, and nothing can spawn there because we're looking at it. So as long as we don't have line of sight, the only real place they can spawn is directly behind us where they have been spawning. So I can just stand here. Once my ammo, bottom right corner, you just saw it tick down. Once that starts to get a little bit low, we need to make sure that we're picking up more, but our clone just picked up more ammo, so we're good. Every once in a while, I'll go into operator. I'll use my Xanaric ability called Wellspring to make sure that we have energy. And I'll just kind of shoot the wall, do a little roll, something like that. Otherwise, our clone will go crisscross applesauce and go on strike and stop doing clone stuff. So that's it. Every once in a while, just kind of roll into the wall, shoot, jump, whatever. And they're going to keep spawning behind me. And we're going to have a really fast index here because we're kind of manipulating and forcing the spawns. So clone just kind of went over there, being a little weirdo, not really helping out. And now we got tons of these things. So this brings me to Wukong's passive. So I just died there, right? I've got all these things on the ground. I should turn these in. But Wukong's passive, basically, he doesn't care about death 3 times. So I wanted to turn in those right then and there because I wanted to get all of my mods on the ground as well. But I wanted to turn those in because the timer left was getting a little bit low. So I just wanted to go ahead and save us from failing. And look, the kills are just rolling in. We go back to our corner. We're not really doing anything. Boom. This is even better with the Tenant Cyclone, almost full AFK at that point. And yeah, because you don't have to worry about the ammo management. So we're gonna get, well, nice, he just found more ammo. He goes inside on his own. And he's just killing. So I'll bring you to the end of this mission. There's no need to watch the entirety of the thing. It's just gonna be this, me staring at this wall. And yeah, we'll see how long this took. It's probably worth mentioning, I do have a mod drop chance booster and a credit booster for the next 4 hours. I don't know if I mentioned that. No credit blessing though. Definitely try to get a credit blessing, ask in a relay station. Just find the busiest relay station, go in, ask nicely. Most veterans that are mastery rank 30, they'll be pretty cool. They'll be eager to help you out. So 4 minutes and 22 seconds. So this actually isn't accurate. This is only saying 200,000. This was actually doubled because of the credit booster, but it doesn't apply here. All right, this is my first time turning around so far. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got quite a bit of mods. And we're just gonna go right back to our corner. All right, so let's watch this clip real quick because literally everything happens. And now that we've talked about it before, we can put it all together in this one clip. So we're standing here in this zone, just to the right of this barrel, and we're looking towards this tower in the background. I'm using my Xanaric ability every once in a while and then even casting Roar. And you can see by the yellow outline on the clone that it's actually affecting the clone, making him do more damage. I noticed here in the bottom right corner that my reserve ammo was getting low. So I took this opportunity to collect all of our mods and collect ammo from inside and by the spawn over there, and I directly returned back to our location just to the right of this barrel, looking towards this direction here. All right, let's look at some numbers. I'll be honest, I wasn't keeping track of how many runs I ended up completing, but we got 21.5 million credits, and we ran for about 2.5 hours. I wasn't super efficient. As a matter of fact, I actually stopped and made a burger for myself because I was a little hungry and bored. We got 40 minutes left of our blessing, 46 minutes left of our booster. I can't be bothered. I don't care that much. 21 million is more than I needed, and yeah, it's gonna be good for me. So let's take a look in our mods here. We go to sort by recent, and yeah, we got a real healthy amount. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, let's just say 70. Let's just say 70-ish transmutes, and each of them cost 36,000. And here's a quick look. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly go through these and see anything that looks interesting. We ended up getting 2 Morphic Transformers back to back, which was kind of interesting. Cyclone Kraken was probably the most expensive mod out of all of them that we got. This is currently going for about 20 to 30 platinum. It's rare to get. You can only get it from caches from Kuva Fortress or something. That's cool to get. Hard Reset, I believe, was worth 10 to 15 platinum. I think we got 2 of those as well. Twirling Spire. Hell's Chamber isn't valuable in terms of platinum, selling it, but it's quite a good mod. So if you didn't already have that, that'd be nice to get. Crimson Dervish, I believe, is going for about 10, 15 platinum. All right, we're not doing all that. We're gonna go ahead and stop it there. Long story short, we made about 80 platinum, and that's pricing everything at the current lowest market value. And that is also only taking into consideration things that are worth 5 platinum or above, because let's be honest, I'm not stopping my farm just to go for like 2 or 3 platinum. So 80 platinum just as like a byproduct of a credit farm seems pretty good to me. And very, very actual, like, you know, active work on my end. We mostly just stood at a wall and let our clone do everything. So I just thought it was relevant to the farm. If you have a mod drop chance booster, that's one of the better things, in my opinion, you can do with it. And who knows, we could have gotten super, super lucky and gotten like, you know, a bite or two out of those 70 transmutes, and that would have been like 70, 80 plat by itself. And yeah, dual rounds, sabbat rounds, there's a bunch of stuff that's worth like 20, 40, 80 platinum that you could have transmuted, so I think it's worth mentioning. But that's it. My name is Omni. It's been great hanging out with you. I hope you learned something. If this video was informative or you enjoyed it, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. We just hit 5,000 subs, and I can't wait to get to 10,000. And thank you guys. So be safe, have a good night, see you soon.